Hi, in this video I'm going to show you while and do-while loops. So what are while do-while loops? These while and do-while loops are almost like a for loop. So I'm going to go I is equal 0. Essentially what you could do anything with a for loop, you could do the same thing with a while loop. A for loop is just the easier way of doing it. So if you didn't understand the for loop, here is another chance to understand the loops. And I think so by me, when I didn't understand a for loop, they had taught me for loop before while loop, but I didn't understand for loop. But when it came to while loop, I understood everything already. So if you didn't understand the for loop, here is the chance, because this is way easier to understand. It's way more conceptual. While. So I'm gonna say, well, I is less than an operator. Well, I is less than 5. Then so, well, I is less than 5, then print I. So what's I? I is 0. So I gotta put a plus over here. So basically, well, I is less than 5, and print I. So basically it's gonna keep on printing 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and it's not gonna stop. This is called an infinite loop. Counting 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, why is it showing counting 0, 0, 0, 0? Because it checks if I is less than 5, and it goes to counting I. So it says, oh, what is I? I is 0. So it does it again. It checks, what is I? I is 0. I is less than 5? Yes, so prints 0. So this loop never, it's a lot of times programmers have it that it just never gets out of the loop and just gets stuck into the loop, and it never finishes. You can set until you're 100 years old, until the computer dies, essentially. So I'm going to show you in the debugger. I'm going to show, okay, I is equal 0. I is less than 5. Yes. Then print I. So it's going to print counting 0, because I is equal 0. Then it goes again. It says, well, I is less than 5. Yes, I is equals 0. It's going to go again over here. It's going to print 0. Over here you see printing, counting 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And it's just not going to finish. So what you do is, in order to do a counting, you have to make I increment. So what I'm going to do is I is equals to I is equals to I, as I mentioned in the last tutorial, plus 1. So I is equals to I plus 1. Now it's going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't put a read line, that's why the console has shut on me. Read line. So it's going to show here, counting 1, counting 2, counting 3, counting 4, counting 5. So why has the variable I has changed? We printed it to the screen. So now I want to show it to you in debugger mode. So what I'm doing is, I is equal 0, while I is less than 5, go into the statement. So it goes into the statement, and it takes I, and it makes I plus 1. So 0 plus 1 is equals 1. And it takes 1 and assigns it to I. And I becomes into 1. and then it goes and it prints what I is 1, and look over here on the screen, it's going to say counting 1. Now it's going to do it again. It's going to say, hey, I is less than 5, yes, I is 1, and 5, and automatically I is less than 5. And it's showing, yes, this statement is true. I is less than 5. Okay, so it's going to go over here. It's going to take I, what I is 1, and it's going to apply another 1 to I, so I is going to be equals 2 now. So you see over here by the value, you see I is equals 1, and it's going to be assigned to 2. So now I is assigned to 2. It's going over here, it's printing I again, it's counting 2, and it's doing it again and again and again. 3, counting 3. So it's counting 4 now, and now still counting 4. Yes, it's less than 5. I is less than 5. It's true, it's still 4. It's going over here, it's going to make I 5. So I is 5 now. Now it's going to print 5. And the second after it's going to print 5, it's going to go back, and I is going to be 5. So is 5 less than 5? No, 5 is not less than 5. So it's going to write 5, and then it's going to go back. It's going to show that the value of I is 5, and it's going to be false. So you see over here, I is false. So it goes over here, and now it's going to break out. 5 is not less than 5, so it's false. It's going to break out of it, and it's going out of this block of code, and it's just going on to the next part. And that's how it prints all these stuff. And the same thing is a different kind of loop. It's almost the same. It's called a do while. So you go do, and you go do, and here you type while. So you go while. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna make I is less than 5. Gotta put a semicolon here. Don't forget to put a semicolon here. So do while goes like this. First it looks. It just does whatever it needs to do. And then it looks at the condition to see if it's true or false. So basically a do while goes like this. You can make I should be 10. So you're going to say if I is equals 10, then it's false, then it's not even going to go through the statement. But that will be in a while loop. But in a do while loop, it first doesn't care what I is. It just doesn't care. It just does it. And then it looks at the condition, and if the condition is false, then it breaks out. So it's going to do the first condition. It's going to show I is equals 11 because it's going to do a +1 to I. That's what it does. It goes into the do loop. And it's going to make I into 11. So I is now 11. Now it's going to check if I is less than 5. And I is not less than 5. So it's going to print it out to the screen. It's just going to do it once. Do it here. And just let me press F11 here. Get onto here. And look, counting 11. Now it's going to go here. And the statement is false. I is 11. 11 is not less than 5. It's going to go, it's just going to break out of it. So the difference between a while loop and a do while loop is a while loop checks the condition first, and a do while loop just does it, and then it checks the condition. So if you like this tutorial, please subscribe or put a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Thank you.